What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this week's episode of On the Bench with Pete. Now this is the series where you get to paint along with me as I do my hobby stuff. And today I've got a real mixed bag. I've got a Walking Dead scenery booster pack to work on, or other bits of scenery, and just general bits and pieces. Oh, I've got a little diorama to repair, which was my wife's. Because they moved office recently and the arms fell off of the Canon S, so I had to glue them back on. But I'm going to need to touch up paint for the joins well, momentarily. And yeah, so if you're new to the series, this is what you put on in the background as you paint or build or whatever you do hobby wise. And grab yourselves a drink and a brush and a model or two, and let's get to it. Okay, first up it's going to be this barge, which, yes, I'm going to be putting some shade wash onto. So that's going to be a relatively simple thing to do. And then I've got a lot of bits of scenery to work on separately. But let's put this wash on first. So wash brush, any old brush would do really. We just apply this wash on here. Whereas I do the boats, different colour washes. I mean, I may do the sides differently on this one, I may do, but ultimately this works just fine. Now I already did a bit of an on the bench film wise, but I wasn't happy with it, and I got interrupted, which happens, and I don't mind that. It just ordinarily, if I get interrupted and it's going well, I'll just carry on. But I thought, no, it wasn't. I don't think it was good enough, so I thought, well, you know, I'll do it again. And that's cool, gives me another hour. Now, things to talk about. Devcon. Went to Devcon, so that's the first thing. I went to Devcon with my wife and daughter. My wife went with her friends as well, the Fantabulous Beasties, for that channel. I don't know if they're going to do a video on it. Not video, they're taking pictures. I took some pictures. I don't know if they wanted to use that. It's possible. It was promoting my wife's book. Alright, so that's done. Popping that to one side though. That's had some more interest from a different publisher, so we're kind of excited about that right now. I'll just put a bit more wash onto these. Right. Ultimately, I want to be working on these things here. So, 2 satchels, 2 large boxes. I think I'm just going to do the boxes in wood as simple as I can, because just for time purposes really. I've got these here in boxes, and these are crates as well. So I think all the wood on this can be dryad bark. Yeah, dryad bark. Luckily I've got another pot of this as well. I'll put a bit of flow improver on there to thin that down. It's just started raining. I've been around the valley with the dogs, so I did that before in case it started raining, and it is just spitting there, so that was a bit of luck, I would say. Right, let's get this Dryad bark on here. So these are on a white primer. So interesting to see how this comes out. I don't really like using the white primers to get this chalky effect which it's got on it, which you don't seem to get so much with the black. But then with the black it's different. It's more difficult to see the detail, even though it's not covered up as such. I know what I'm saying. It'd be nice to have a white primer that isn't chalky. So that'll be something I look into next. I mean, I love the Vallejo blacks and Panzer grey. That's a gorgeous primer. Right, so that's that one done. There you go. Yeah, so Devcon was really interesting. It was lots of different sites. They had Mantic's The Walking Dead being demoed there, so that was kind of cool. Although I do have to say the prices were a little on the expensive side from what I can get stuff for about £3 or £4 cheaper online. I know it's all about, you know, supporting things, but yeah, it wasn't like a gaming store though or anything like that, but it was I think it was an online trader, but to be honest with you, it was on the expensive side. I felt it was expensive. And in this day and age, I can't afford not to go for the cheapest option, you know. But it was nice to see. They're demoing some racing car game along the lines of like Mad Max type of thing. It was kind of cool. It looked kind of good. Different, anyway, I'll give it that. Right. Hopefully I've got enough on my palette. I may have to do some more. See, these little objective marker things can be a pain, I think. I'm not going to spend too much time on them. I'm not going to bust my ass making them super perfect or anything. They're just scenery objective markers or whatever. Bits of scenery, yeah. So get these done here. I've painted some of the metal on them. Don't know why I did some and not others. That was most intriguing. Unless it was just using up some paints that was already on a palette, do you know what I mean? So long ago, I can't remember. I think that might be a chair there, I'm not sure. Going to need some more. Come to the end of that one actually. So they had a lot of Star Wars at Devcon, a lot of Star Wars characters, and they had some guy, I can't remember his name, Ian Bunt or somebody. I don't know. He was the first stormtrooper apparently. I don't know. I don't know how you judge yourself to be the first stormtrooper. First to do what? I don't know. But anyway. Or he was a stormtrooper perhaps. He seemed pretty miserable actually. He didn't seem like he was enjoying himself at all. Just stood there with a stern expression with his arms folded, you know. Because no one knew who he was. Excuse me. There were some great cosplayers for Star Wars, so I've got to be honest, they were amazing. There's a group called I forget what they're called now. Something Troopers, I think. And they do a lot of cosplay stuff. Star Wars amongst others, but they really go all out. They do it for charity. Southern Troopers? Or something Troopers, anyway. They do it for charity, so get your photo, and they do like professional backdrops as well, like on the Death Star and all that, and it was amazing. And they didn't have a professional photographer. It was just a case of, you know, you put some money in the bucket for whatever charity they're currently supporting, and there was someone there that will use your camera to take pictures of you with like Darth Vader or whoever, and it's really amazing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This paint has come to the end of its life. Good job, I've got a spare one in the rack next to me, or the cabinet next to me. I don't even know what I call them where I keep my paints. Cabinet rack? I don't know, whatever. I like cabinet, so I'm going to go with that. There. That's done. And this is done as well. I'll just pop that in the water there. Because I've got another pot of dry bark and it's a new one. So that's all gone. But that's okay. Now I've got these to work on. I think I'll take this off of the blue tack. What if I'm going to work on these? Well, the tyres really, because the black that you see, that's just the primer. And true, I could keep it like that, but I don't think so. There's a couple of these. I think these could be breeze blocks or something behind the barricade. So I'm just going to paint them up. And these could do some rust effects, I think. Typhus corrosion. And this hasn't even been silvered yet, so we'll do that. When I do the silver for the others, I've got the satchels to do here and the attache case. So I'm thinking Rhinox hide for the satchel, but in the meantime I think we'll go with black for these tyres. Or do I go Abaddon black, or Chaos black, or some other black? That is the $1 million question. Well, it's time I had some tea, I think. So Devcon, that was good. Then on yesterday, which was for me here was a Monday, so I'm recording this on Tuesday, ready for Wednesday. I went to my wife's work because they were moving offices. Helped out with that. Just cool, do something different, really. Chaos black. Put some fluid in here, I think. Actually, where's that ball bearing? It could probably be made of better use in here. Agitator. See? Yeah, we'll have a couple of drops more of flow aid. So it's an old paint, isn't it? Chaos black. You know, it's been around a while. But looking at these here, I got some cleanup to do as well. So it's just as well I'm doing the tyres black, or blacking over the black primer. So much to do and so little time to do it in, but I'm having fun. So I've been wanting to do this. I'm also wanting to do some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm semi-seriously, well, I'm seriously looking, but I'm not putting all my efforts into it at the moment because for transport reasons. But I'm starting to look for a new D&D group. Oh, the tyres look good. Yeah, because it's been a while, you know. It's to play D&D outside the family. Not that there's anything wrong with playing, you know, with the family if they join in and stuff. It's just about expanding horizons and things. Yeah, I think these block things in between here might be breeze blocks. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. Stopped raining anyway, which is good. Do not like the rain. So going back to this office move then, yeah, it was a good laugh. I was there to reassemble my wife's computer desk because it's a computer desk I used to own many years ago. I've had it for years, you know. Had it before I was even with my wife. But it's a beautiful desk. I remember it cost more than my PC at the time. It was really expensive. But it's gone for a few moves in its lifespan, and I thought, because it was getting a bit rickety, you know, I thought, ooh, it's probably not going to last another move. But my wife, she's like, I really want this desk. I love it, you know. It's so I thought, well, you know what, I'm sure it can be made sturdy. So when I reassembled it, I mean, I completely took it to bits, completely, and then reassembled. And I just made sure I had like bigger and longer screws and extra wood glue, and now it's stronger than ever. It's like, wow, why didn't I do this years ago? But, you know, I'm just glad it's there and it's all good, basically. So I did the desk, helped a little bit with some filing. Actually, I'm going in there tomorrow to help out with do some filing because it's it quickly gets out of hand if you don't keep on top of it. Bit like a painting desk gets messy if you don't keep on top of it. We know this. Right, so that paint job is done. Sip of tea, and I'm on to the next one. I've got my heater on in here, which you know, is a typical sign of winter, really. I was thinking about fall. I was going around the valley with the dogs, watching the leaves fall down on the ground and the grass, just continually falling. You know, I think fall is a good term. Might put some more, do a lot more rust on this one. I think these little barriers are quite cool. I've got some other ones actually, thinking about it, with bigger tyres on. They're probably better suited for Warhammer, but I don't know. I'd have to check. They might be good. Don't want to spend too long on this scenery stuff. I want to get on with the game. I'm very impatient when it comes to games. You know, in particularly the learning of a game. So rules are very important to me in terms of how easy they are, how cool they are to read. Because sometimes you can read a rule set and it's like a real drag to read, and other times it's a real joy to read. You know, it's you never can tell, I suppose. So that's another one that's done. Right. Okay. While I got the black out, I'll probably do this handle here. purely because I've got it out handy. I'm still new at this moulding lark, so when I get more experienced I'll be moulding other pieces, I think. Right, that's the black for now. Black for now. Do some gunmetal. That's the silver I'm going to use for everything else. So these cases are going to be in gunmetal. I don't know if I did the first one in gunmetal or a lead belcher a while ago now. Might have even been a week ago, I'm not sure. I'm not going to remember that. So yeah, I'm going back in the office tomorrow, do some filing, that'll be cool. It just breaks the day up, you know. I got some leads on the new job which I'm applying for. I admit one is only for Christmas, but you know, they might, if you work well, you know, there's always a chance they might want to keep you on after Christmas. It's just nice to get some extra money in. So you never know, I might hear something. I don't want a high flying job, I just want something that I can do for a few hours and then forget about it at the end of the day, you know, that kind of thing. Just something, no responsibilities, you know, within reason. Although I have applied for jobs that are responsible, like managerial stuff, and you know, depends what you're looking for, doesn't it, at the time. But either kind of suits me. Depends what it is, really. Don't know why I didn't paint these before. There. That's good. Now for these. Some of these are done. Right. Okay. I think they're done with the metal. Need a bit of Rhinox hide now. Just give me some Rhinox. Don't need that gun metal anymore. Get rid of that. Brush soap. Right. Alright. Satchel type things. I did try doing a wash on that one, but didn't really work out as I'd hoped. So Rhinox hide is kind of viscosity thick, pigment thin, I find. So it seems like a thick paint, but when you go to paint it, it isn't. You thin it down, it can sometimes be too thin. So this is good, I'm getting these done, or at least some paint on them. Something, you know, it's good feeling. There can be papers all around it or something. I don't know. Work it out. Right, outside. What's next on the agenda? We feel a wash coming on for the browns. For these. Gotta look and see. Ah, there we go. I was gonna say look and see if I've got another wash brush, but I have. A bit of whack a wash, as they say, on these. Right. Don't know why, I had a sudden memory then of my YTS days. Anybody else remember YTS? Is anybody else old enough to remember the YTS? The youth training scheme? £25 a week, slave labour. You know, didn't they take advantage of that, employers? God. Slave bloody labour. Get in there, get in there. It's getting quite warm in here now. I think I might have to turn the heating off. Hi Greg's Airshade, you don't have to get through this, don't you? The brown is still drying on that one. I could put a wash on this one though, like. Get away with it, yep. Maybe this one. Oh, what the heck? Just go for it. Yeah. Done. Excuse me 1 second, I'm going to turn the heating off. It's getting warm. Right. A couple of these holders to put away. Yep, right. So that is that. Now what? Now what? Well, clean up the right side for starters. And to reapply some paint. Towel. I'm going to get through it, don't you? Or paper towel, whatever towel you use. So yeah, it's been an interesting week. Mouth's healing lovely. They'll be asking me for the money soon. Got it on my credit card because I didn't have the money in my account. I knew that. So that'll come through. That sounds like the bin men are here. Taking away the rubbish. Just little touch-ups, you see, you know, that you can apply here and there. So, bit of work done on the diorama, touched up there. I'm thinking, watch, I'll just get rid of that because it's in my way. With these, this car is in a better condition than the others, or it's going to be. So what I'm going to do, I think, is do some sort of I don't know, something smashing across the windscreen. That would be kind of cool. Don't know what though. Or a stanchion. I might have something in my bits box. Either way though. With these, we're going to need the grill. Do that after. I think a bit of Thunderhawk blue. I think that's what we need to do. Thunderhawk blue. Into by darkness. Dead black. Now, right. Yeah, I think that's going to be an okay kind of blend. Trying to get the Thunderhawk blue at the bottom of the screen here, or the glass. Oh, yeah, Thunderhawk blue. Bit of silence here because we're doing this, trying to blend this, and it's not something I've done before. Well, I've done blending before, I'm not very good at it, but not done it on glass before, or whatever is represented to be glass, you know. So that's how I've done that. It's not bad, I suppose it's not bad. That's my neighbours taking their trash bin back. You gotta leave them by the roadside, see. If you did hear anything, that's what it was. Blast. But yeah, that's okay. Right, I think, because that's not bad for doing the glass on there. I think that'll do. I'm going to end it there, I think. Bet you didn't expect that. No, I'm back at the house because I forgot to film the outro, which doesn't matter because I'm doing it now, but it's the same wherever I am. Thank you so much for joining me on this On The Bench. Got loads done. Very pleased with what I've done. I hope you are too. Let me know as always what you've been working on, and until next time, remember all brushes lead to war, and bye for now.